Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Nothing like some of my
so sorry.
favorite Halloween candy
I am
ever.
trying to, my apologies. I'm trying to see if we are live.
So God.
Just do a sound
And you,
check.
Queen, just like every person on this panel and everybody on here, I think we're all.
Turn it down. I just want to check and see if we are actually live on YouTube. And then by myself, it's kind of hard um, to see. So I'm just going to double check. And just give me a second. Alright. Just want to see if it's working. And should be not in. Alright. New battery. Better charge this thing up. There we go. Alright, guys. Good morning. Shabbat Shabbat. Alright, so we are going into Genesis 18. So we learned that in our last chapter, just a recap, we learned that Abraham was circumcised physically, not just in his heart, but physically, at the age of 90. His son, not Isaac, Ishmael, was circumcised also at the age of 13, guys. So we learned a little bit about circumcision, and we also know that Abraham was. What's going on? Abraham was actually, I guess my virtual background quit. That's okay. So Abraham was actually being walking with God during the middle of that, or I'm sorry, prior to that. Sorry, I lost track of my brain there, my thoughts. But anyway, so I wanted to let's turn this down a little bit. There we go. I wanted to. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use this one. Okay. And we're going to upload Genesis. All right, guys. So, and I'm going to read. That way we can make this bigger. And you guys will be able to see it just fine. All right, so chapter 18. Let me put my spectaculars on. All right, guys. So the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Merib, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door and bowed himself towards the ground. So he was bowing and said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, for thy servant. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourself under the tree. And I will fetch morsels of bread, and comfort ye your heart. After that ye shall pass on, for therefore are ye to come to your servant. And they said, So do. Which I guess that means I agree, as thou hast said. So do as thou hast said. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah and said, make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes upon the hearth. And Abraham ran into the herd and fetched a calf, tender and good, and gave it unto a young man, and he hasted to dress it. And he took butter and milk, and with the calf which he had dressed, he set it before them, and he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. And then said unto him, where has Sarah thy wife? And he said, behold, in the tent. And he said, I certainly return unto thee according to the time of her life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken. Now we know he was over 90 years old, because in the last chapter he was circumcised and he was 90. So therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxed old and I shall have pleasure, my Lord being old also. Talking about Abraham. I guess they called my Lord their husband back then. So, and the Lord said unto Abraham, um, wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I surely bear a child, which I am old? So he's asking, I guess, why she laughed or whatever. Is anything too hard for the Lord? At that time appointed I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah will have a son. Then Sarah did not say, I laugh not, for she was afraid. But maybe it was a nervous laugh. You never know. So, um, hold on just a second, guys. My hair must have like fallen down. Okay. Oh, you know what? I haven't even pulled that up. Oh, goodness. Hold on. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. I'm back. I'm back. And I was reading all of that. Um, oh, all right. So, so Sarah denied, saying, I laughed not, for she was afraid. And he said, nay, but thou didst laugh. And the men rose up from thence and looked towards Sodom, and Abraham went with them to bring them away. And that do. And the men rose up from them and looked towards Sodom, and went with them to bring them away. And the Lord shall I hide from Abraham that thing which shall I do. Oh, I guess what he's about to do to Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay. Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and also the nation of the earth shall be blessed in him. And there's a question mark there. I'm not sure if that question mark is this a mistake in the Bible? I don't know. Let's read 18 again. Seeing that Abraham shall surely become great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. Okay, so maybe he's asking that and now he's going to answer it. Okay, because he says, for I know that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord to do just and judgment. And the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he had spoken of him. So he answered that question just then. So he's like, yes. And and the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is so great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see where they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me, and if not, I will know. Hmm. So, okay, let me just see really quick here, guys, but making sure you guys are seeing where I'm at. So, let me turn my camera back on. Apologies. There we go. All right. So that way we can see it together. And then, I know what you're seeing too. All right. So, and the men turned their faces from thence and went toward Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? And so remember last time they were saying, if you find any good, even 5 or even 10, remember he was kind of arguing with him in chapter 17. Not really arguing, but pretty much asking him for a favor. So that be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and the righteous should be as the wicked, that be far from thee. Shall not the judge of the earth do right? I think that's Abraham asking God again. And the Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place of their sake. And Abraham answered, and behold, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which I am but dust and ashes. Peradventure there shall lack 5 or of 50 righteous, wilt thou destroy the city, or lack of 5? And he said, if I find 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. And he spoke unto him yet again, and said, peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. So, and he said unto him, oh, let not the Lord be angry, I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And then now, and he said, oh Lord, not but oh, let the Lord not be angry, I will speak ye this once. Peradventure shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10. So, for 10's sake. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned into his place. Chapter 19. So, okay. And here it goes, guys. And I think I told you, that if you guys have not checked it out, um, if you have not checked it out, look at um, Ron Wyatt. If you guys have seen Ron Wyatt's video about Sodom and Gomorrah, and you can find it on YouTube. You just put up in the search Ron Wyatt, Sodom and Gomorrah. You can do Ron Wyatt, Ark of the Covenant, Ron Wyatt, Noah's Ark. So he's found a lot and Ron Wyatt, um, what was the other one? The Red Sea crossing. He also found that where they were. He found the stones and everything. But guys, it's just so amazing. It's so amazing um, to see this stuff, and it's a beautiful study. You guys check it out. I'll see you guys next Sunday, and we'll pick up and we'll find out what is going to happen to Sodom and Gomorrah. If you guys want to go check out those videos, in the meantime, we'll see you then. Okay. So see you next. I'm sorry. See you next Saturday. God bless, guys. Take care.